What's going on, guys? Welcome back to BlackTideTV, bringing you the best of all things gaming Monday to Friday. Today we're back on Call of Duty Black Ops 3, bringing you another episode of First Look Reticles. Today we're looking at the first two special multiplayer reticles for the Varix 3 site. If you don't know, there are a bunch of reticles in the multiplayer section. Most of them require just getting kills. Once you get the peak reticle, which requires 500 kills while aiming down the sights with the Varix 3, you unlock 4 new challenges for very special reticles. Today we're looking at the first two of those, which are the Magnifried and Smacked reticles. The Magnifried reticle you're seeing in the first 3 clips here on the HG40 with the beautiful dark matter camo, and it is a little bit of a ridiculous kind of reticle. Both of the reticles that you're going to see today are pretty ridiculous. None of the final 4 special reticles for the Varix 3 are very practical. Starting with this one, it's kind of confusing. I was actually talking to one of the guys that helped me out with finishing some of the challenges in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, part of the challenge squad, and he was saying that it's very confusing at first because it's kind of like 2 reticles in one. Instead of just having a dot or just having like the magnifying glass there where you're looking through the magnifying glass, the part that you're aiming with isn't actually the magnifying glass. Instead, it's the ray of sunlight coming through the magnifying glass. So it is a little bit confusing. It's like it's got this really clear, this very nice magnifying glass that it's got a circle in the middle. You look like you're about to aim through that, but then it's like, no, you don't aim through that nice, beautiful circle of a reticle up there. No, you're going to look at this little yellow dot that comes off the side. It's kind of weird. It's kind of strange. I don't know why they didn't just put the magnifying glass and maybe put like a yellow dot in the middle of the magnifying glass. I don't know. It's not that fancy. It's like, it's not a good reticle. It's not a practical reticle. It's kind of confusing at first. Yes, you will get used to it, but do you want to get used to it? Not really. It's kind of a stupid looking reticle anyways. There are a lot nicer reticles for the Varix 3, like the Smacked reticle that we're going to see on the Man of War in a second. So the Magnifried, I want to say magnifying because it's a magnifying glass, but the Magnifried reticle is available after you get 500 kills while aiming down the sights with the Varix 3. Then the challenge that you're going to have to do is get 25 headshots while aiming down sights with the Varix 3, which is something that's easily done. Just using the Varix 3 over time, you're going to get those 25 headshots. But I would recommend that you should try maybe sniper rifles or something more a little bit long range for getting these headshots, something that you don't need to be up close and personal with, because when you're up close and personal, it might be a little bit harder to get headshots because you'll be stressing out, especially using a longer range optic. Now, the Smacked reticle that we're moving into now is actually going to require you to get 5 double kills. Basically get 2 rapid kills 5 times while aiming down the sights with the Varix 3. And this one I'm actually going to suggest that you use an SMG instead. Use a weapon that's really close range. Unfortunately, you can't use shotguns or anything. You can't put the Varix 3 on shotguns. But the next best thing is SMGs. So put it on an SMG like the VMP or something. If you did not know, the Varix 3 will actually boost your recoil reduction, or it will boost your recoil reduction. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So it's going to make your recoil a lot more handleable, a lot more easy. I'm making up words like crazy today, but it'll make it a lot easier to control your weapon when you're using the Varix 3 because it actually has recoil reduction built into the sight. So when you're using it on an SMG, it's not going to be crazy. It's not going to be jumping all around, and it's not going to be hard to control. It's actually going to be quite the breeze to control, at least until they patch that little thing up. I am going to do a full video on the Varix 3 sight in the near future, hopefully before it gets patched as well. But basically, using the Smacked reticle to getting the Smacked reticle by getting your double kills with the Varix 3 is not going to be that difficult. Try SMGs, try closer range assault rifles like the KN-44, something that's going to do a lot of damage at close range, and you shouldn't have a problem getting double kills with the Varix 3. Now, the Smacked reticle itself is, again, it's kind of strange. It's just like the Magnifried reticle where it's got the picture, or like the thing that's happening in the reticle is happening in the top right. It's got like this mallet or this I don't know what they call those things, like when you're in court and they hit the thing and they're like, oh, order in the court. Like that's kind of what it looks like a little mallet or something like that. But if you actually look closely, it's kind of hard to see. Well, in the gameplay, there's actually like a kind of green sort of base to the reticle, like around this yellow dot that you're aiming with. There's like a circle around there, like as if you're playing whack-a-mole or something, and it's got like this green base. So it does look like it's like a whack-a-mole game or something. It's kind of a silly reticle. Again, it's not very practical. You do have this kind of weird mallet thing coming up, or hammer thing coming up, and it might distort your vision a little bit if you're trying to see an enemy at really long range and they're actually taking up the spot where that mallet is. Might be a little bit difficult to see. The green at the bottom can also blend in a little bit with your surroundings. It's not a very practical reticle. Again, both of the reticles today, like I said, they're not very useful. They're not reticles that you would go and say, yeah, I'm going to use this reticle and do amazing with it. It's more or less, these reticles are just like, haha, look at the cool reticle that I got and I killed you with it in the final kill cam or whatever. So they aren't very practical reticles, or they are pretty cool looking reticles. So that was the Magnifried and Smacked of the Varix 3. Those are the first two of the 4 special multiplayer reticles for the Varix 3 site. The next First Look Reticles video will be on the first 2 special multiplayer reticles for the thermal site, which is going to be a doozy because I'm not very great at using the thermal sight in general. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.